Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of MEW Mattel Stream Wrestling, where today for your brand new review, and I'm going to be finishing up my reviews on the WWE Elite Greatest Hits Series number 7 with the Usos, Jimmy and Jey Uso. Really excited for this review and everything like that. I'm actually really looking forward to these two figures. You know, we got the green gear and everything like that. Really cool. And yeah, really excited for this. And at the end of the review, I will be ranking the full set from worst to best, in my own personal opinion. So make sure you guys stick around for that. Yeah, so the final two figures here, it's a tag team, the Usos, really cool. So let's kind of dive into it. They are pretty much, you know, they're the same looking figure, almost, just a slightly different head sculpts and different tattoos and everything like that. Dive into the packaging. We got Jimmy Uso here, looking really nice, the screaming head sculpt in there, all the good stuff down here and everything like that, spinning around. You got Jimmy Uso right there, Jimmy right there. Got a picture of Big Jim right there, looking really good. Bar read right there. If you guys like to pause to read it, you can pause it. Now, rest of the figures in the wave, which we have already went over, just nameplates, stuff like that right there. And diving into Jey Uso, looking really good as well. You got Jey here, you know, Jey here, greatest hits WWE. Jey right there, Jey Uso right there, looking really nice. You guys like to pause to read the bar, you can pause it. Now, rest of the figures in the wave, which we've already went over, nameplates, stuff like that right there. But guys, let's get the Usos out of their packaging. Alright guys, and here are the Usos out of their packaging, looking really good. I do like them out of the packaging. Yeah, I like them. They look really nice. How we're going to do this is we're going to go over their accessories together, since they are a tag team. And then we will dive into Jimmy Uso himself, and then Jey Uso himself, and then at the end we will rank the full set from worst to best. So let's dive into the Usos accessories. Alright guys, and diving into their accessories, they come with the exact same accessories. So starting out with Jimmy Uso, he comes with an interchangeable fisted hand as well as an interchangeable mic holding hand, and then out of the packaging on the figure, he does come with the other mic holding hand as well as the other fisted hand. He also comes with a necklace, same with Jey Uso. They come with these like black beaded necklaces, which look very nice, and they come with these Uso t-shirts. They are rubber. They do connect in the side. You got the Usos there in the front, and they both say, you know, we say Us, you say O on the back of the shirt, with the little blue swoosh of paint. And Jey just comes with some interchangeable mic holding hands, and out of the packaging on the figure, he comes with the fisted hands. So that is going to wrap things up for their accessories. So let's dive into Jimmy Uso himself. Alright guys, and diving into Jimmy Uso, you're starting at the top of the head. This head sculpt's fine. It does look like Jimmy Uso from this time period. The facial expression looks good. He is sticking his tongue out, which, you know, I don't normally like screaming head sculpts or tongue sticking out head sculpts, because I'd rather have a head sculpt that's like neutral. Or if they're going to come with a head sculpt like this, maybe come with an interchangeable head sculpt that is more of a neutral head sculpt. But it's not terrible. I like the beard and everything like that. All that looks good. The hair looks good and everything like that. Going down into the torso, they are using that like Uso torso, which has a really great range of motion. That is the one good thing about these torsos, is the ab crunch is really good, the arch back is good, arms can do the full 360, they can go up and down. He does have the bicep articulation, the double jointed pinless arms, all of Jimmy's tattoo work from this era in his career, everything like that. Going down into the trunks, he does have the waist swivel. They got the nice green attire on, which I absolutely love. I love the look of this green and like, oh, I want to say like hot pink attire. It looks really nice. I like it a lot. The waist swivel is good. He can kick forward about that far. He does have the upper thigh cut, double jointed pinless knees, which are not the greatest for articulation, but it's more based on this shorts mold that they use for the Usos, so you're only going to get the knee to bend about that far, which it is what it is. It's not too bad. Got the sculpted on knee pads on there, which looks very nice. You got the upper boot rotation, the ankle rocker, and the pivot. You got some detailing here on the boots, little white stripe right here, and you can see the white for the socks right there. Very nice. I do like it a lot. Now on the back here, it does say Usos here on the back, like, of the towel. Got the little painted on suggestion for the pocket. Got all sorts of really nice graphics on the trunks, which look very nice. I say trunks, they're more like shorts and everything like that. But yeah, that's gonna wrap things up for Jimmy Uso himself. Really nice. So let's dive into Jey Uso. Alright guys, and here's Jey Uso himself. I like this head sculpt a lot better. It's more of a neutral head sculpt. He's smiling, looks very nice, like it a lot. The face paint looks good, as it is for Jimmy Uso as well. He's got the other half of the face paint, which looks very nice. The hair looks good and everything like that. I do like that a lot. He does have the tattoo here on the upper pec right there, which looks good. I like the tattoo work and everything like that. Again, I really like the torso on this guy, or on this Jey Uso. The torso has a really actually decent range of motion. Like I said, really good. He can arch back about that far, ab crunch forward about that far. Arms can do the full 360. They can go up and down. He does have the bicep articulation, the double jointed pinless arms with black wrist tape. Forgot to mention that for Jimmy Uso, he does have the black wrist tape as well. And Jey has all of his tattoo work from this time in his career, has all his tattoo work, which looks very, very good. The bottom half of the figure is exactly the same to Jimmy. Sorry, Jimmy and Jey have the exact same bottom half, which is okay. They are pretty much the same figure, just different tattoos, different face sculpts, and different face paint. But it is basically the same. Got all the same great, you know, the graphics on the shorts look really, really good. You know, they can do the, you know, the waist swivel looks good. Kick forward's good. He does have the upper thigh cut. Again, the same, you know, pinned knees like I did say for Jimmy. Jimmy has pinned knees as well. He can only move about that far, which isn't too bad. Sculpted on knee pad, as well as the upper boot rotation, the ankle rocker, and the pivot. The same little stripe there on the boot, and the upper white for the socks. All right. That is going to wrap things up for Jimmy and Jey Uso. So let's get everybody else out here, and I will now rank the set from worst to best in my own personal opinion. All right, guys, here is everybody from WWE Elite Greatest Hits Series number 7. There are 8 figures in total for this set. Basically, what I like to do is start this off by what were my first thoughts about the wave when I first saw what the figures looked like. I was really excited for this wave. I really was. I was excited for, I was excited for Rey Mysterio, Batista, The Undertaker, Hulk Hogan, Seth Rollins, Ron Simmons, even the Usos. I was excited for all the figures in this set, because these are all figures that I said I do not own. This Seth Rollins is crossing the line, because I own the base of this figure and this head sculpt. It's just, I'm still confused on what they were going for. Because I said in the review of reviewing, it was the Seth Rollins, Rey Mysterio, and Batista. I said that I have no idea if this is supposed to be a flashback figure or if it's supposed to be a modern day Seth Rollins. I still am confused on it. If you guys would like to let me know what it's supposed to be, you guys can let me know down in the comments. But I was hyped for this set. I really was. I was excited for all 8 of these figures and to finally get all 8 of them in my hands and in the collection, everything like that, and just to see what they were all about. I can finally come to a consideration on the rankings. So how I like to do my rankings is basically hype level for the figure, accessories, how does it feel in the hands, does it portray, or did it portray the character that was portrayed on my television screen, head sculpts, posability, how it feels in the hands, like I did say, and over on presentation. This is my ranking. If you guys agree with me, you guys can let me know down in the comments. If you guys disagree with me, let me know down in the comments as well. This is my ranking. These are my opinions, and you guys may agree or disagree with my opinions. And just because a figure comes in at the bottom doesn't mean it doesn't have any redeeming qualities. And just because a figure comes in at the top doesn't mean it does not have its flaws. So, getting into this, the worst figure in the set, in my own personal opinion. Alright, this is tricky, because I like every single figure. Unfortunately, I really, really do. I'm going to give it to The Undertaker. I'm giving it to The Undertaker for this monster of a rubber coat. The underfigure is really nice. I really like it. It's just this coat really brings it down. If they could have made it in some way cloth or something like that, I think I would have preferred it better. But, you know, I do like it. It is nice and everything like that. But, you know, as soon as, you know, this may stay on The Undertaker and never come off. But once I take it off of The Undertaker, it's never going back on. So, that is why Undertaker comes in at the number 8 spot. Number 7. I'm going to give it to Jimmy Uso. Yeah, Jimmy. I'm going to give it to Jimmy Uso. The head sculpt is okay. I don't really like it. You know, I like the head sculpt. It's just I don't like it at the same time. I don't like the tongue sticking out and everything like that. It's something about the teeth that really bother me too. But the figure underneath is really nice. And I really hate these shirts that Mattel uses. These like rubber shirts. Like, come on. You could have made this cloth and gotten away with it. You really could have, and I don't know why they didn't do that. Maybe they ran out of budget or something like that for the wave or something like that, but that's why Jimmy comes in at the number 7 spot. The number 6 spot, I'm giving it to Jay for the same problems. I just like Jay a little bit more because of the head sculpt. I really like it a lot. And that's kind of what gave above his brother is the head sculpt. That's why he comes in at the number 6 spot. All right, number 5. I'm going to give 5 to Ron Simmons. A really good figure, in my opinion. I love the head sculpt. I love everything about the figure. The championship is nice. I like how, you know, simple it is. It's a good figure. I like it a lot. And yeah, that's why Ron Simmons comes in at the number 5 spot. Number 4, I'm going to give it to Rey Mysterio. I really like Ray. This is a really nice figure. I love the gold on it. The gold really brought it up for me. I really like the gold. I like the figure. And yeah, the head sculpt's good. And yeah, so he comes in at number 4. Number 3, I'm going to give it to Seth Rollins. I really like this figure. This brings me back to that, you know, me finding that figure on the shelves at Myers and grabbing it. This brought me back. You know, I really like this figure. The head sculpt's good. I love the attire and everything like that. You know, I love the shield. Any shield looks for figures that we get are always welcomed in my book. And yeah, I really do like Seth head sculpt. The head sculpt is good and everything like that looks good. And yeah, I like it. All right, the final 2 figures are Hulk Hogan and Batista. Now, I really do like these figures a lot, but a figure has to come in at number 2 and a figure has to come in at number 1. I'm going to give number 2 to Hulk Hogan, and I'm going to give 1 to Batista. Now, Hogan comes in at number 2. I love this figure. I love the white gear underneath. I love how it looks. I love the accessories and everything like that. This is a really nice Hogan, in my opinion. I like how it feels in the hands. It feels really buttery smooth. It looks just like Hogan. I like the head sculpt, the championship, everything like that looks really cool. R.I.P. to the legend, Hulk Hogan himself. And yeah, and Batista is awesome. I love this Batista. I love the cloth referee shirt. I love it a lot. Really nice. The gear underneath is really nice. And I love how they gave it the rip in the back, like he couldn't fit in the shirt or something like that. I think that's what they were going for with the rip in the back of it and stuff like that. So I really do like it. I just wish this Velcro would hold up. That is the one thing about this shirt that I do not like is the Velcro, but you know, once it's on there, it's on there. It's really nice. I like this Batista. And how this is going to go is Batista's 1. We got Hogan at 2, Seth at 3, Ray at 4, Ron at 5, 6 was Jay, 7 was Jimmy, and 8 was Undertaker. So you got the best figure to the worst figure in my own personal opinion, and yeah, let me know your guys' rankings. Alright guys, and that's going to wrap things up for the review today on the WWE Greatest Hits, or the WWE Elite Greatest Hits, Series number 7. Jimmy and Jay Uso. I had a lot of fun reviewing these figures, and these figures are really good in my opinion. I thought I'd put them in their old entrance pose and everything like that as they just come out of the, you know, the curtains and stuff like that. Really, really cool how you guys can get them in this pose, and really, really cool. It's not too difficult and everything like that, but yeah. I had a lot of fun reviewing these figures. My final thoughts and opinions, I think kind of spoke in the ranking portion of the review. They're all right. You know, they did rank at the bottom, or rank towards the bottom of the set, in my personal opinion. I mean, these are not the worst figures I've ever seen, in my personal opinion. I've seen way worse. I do like them a lot. The gear is really nice. I like the green gear. I like the face paint. The Jimmy Uso head sculpt, I would have liked to have seen maybe an interchangeable head sculpt with Jimmy. I think that would have made the figure so much better. Give us that option to have, you know, the tongue head sculpt and to not have it. I think that would have made so much, it would have made the figure so much better. And I'm just noticing this now. On the back of the box for Jimmy Uso, he doesn't have the rest, he has the, like, cursive on his right arm, you know, towards the you know, the upper, you know, towards the shoulder and down the arm, but he doesn't have the tattoo on his forearm going up into his elbow. So that is kind of interesting that on the back of the box it shows, you know, no tattoo, and then on the figure it shows the tattoo. That's kind of interesting. They must have done a different they must have done a late era of when they were doing this, so that's kind of interesting that now I'm noticing that. But yeah, that's going to wrap things up for the review today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy the review, please consider leaving a like and commenting down below. Since you guys are down there, why not subscribe to the channel with turning on that notification bell so that way you guys never miss an upload here on the channel. Go follow my Instagram. I'd greatly appreciate if you did both of those. Go follow my Instagram, like I did say, for some behind the scenes stuff and stuff like that. You guys get to see stuff, you know, sooner than people here on YouTube do. So if you guys are following my Instagram, you get to see, you know, what I get from hauls and toy hunts and stuff like that sooner than everybody else sees it on my YouTube channel. So make sure you go follow my Instagram if you guys are interested in that. If you guys are interested in any of the figures from this wave, I have seen these pop up at retail, but you guys can always check, you know, ringsidecollectibles.com, wrestlingfigs.com, two links to the same website. I'll leave you a link to Ringside down in the description of the video. I'm going to get out of here. I'll see you guys in the very next review. Have a great day right here in the world, and peace!